I'd like to take a moment and share with you what I call my bookend poems. They're bookend poems because, one, they were written 1 year apart to the day. Two, after you hear them, you realize they belong together. Three, when they came out of me, they came out on paper, laid out and designed in the same way, and both came to me through what is referred to as automatic writing. I wanted to write a poem for my son and for his first birthday specifically. It was coming around the corner, and I was married to a woman who I absolutely could not stand. But I didn't want to leave my son. He was my very reason for being alive. And I knew that if I were to divorce, I wouldn't be around my son. But I knew if I hung around my son, I'd have to stay married to a person who I couldn't stand to be married to. But that was something I was going through. I thought I'd had that in the back burner, and I sat down to write my son a nice, happy birthday, happy first birthday poem, welcome to the world type of thing. And when I completed writing the first poem, The Wave Goodbye, I realized that my spirit had just decided what my path in life was going to be. And during the next 12 months after writing the poem, yes, I divorced and entered into the Army as a way of getting beyond the heartbreak of having to say goodbye to my son through a divorce. And a lot of different things happened. And when I came home on military leave, I sat down and wrote the poem, I Bet You Didn't Think I Saw It. And after I got done writing it and reading it, I realized it was the bookend piece to the poem, The Wave Goodbye. Oh my, well what do you know? The tide has turned again. It's time to pull the anchor up, set a new course, cast off, begin. To float out to where the current's strong and hoist our sails into the wind. And on what distant land we shall embark explores my mind deep into thinking, with the hope of what we find out there is more preferred than that of sinking. And once we land, don't stray too far. The ship is due to sail again, for we've only found an island, and we must leave before the rain, with the hope we find a mainland where we seeds can turn to grain. Oh yes, it's kinda odd, I know, my rushing out to meet the tide, when only yesterday such thoughts of leaving made me feel like someone died. But now I've reached an understanding. I must depart if to survive. And what I shall learn about myself will bring fully into light all my reasons for sailing off into the sea, the cold, the night. And if I say loved ones aren't missed, we all will know that I have lied. So just leave me up in the crow's nest, for it's here I wish to ride and watch my shipmates casting off as we float out slowly with the tide. I bet you didn't think I saw it. I embraced the sun with the wave goodbye, then went out to meet the sea, and I watched the tears stream from your eyes as I walked out into the free. Don't look back, my shipmates called. Cast off the pain from past. But I'll never forget how pale you looked when my time to go had come at last. I bled, you know, a mile deep. My cries were heard throughout the land. As I floated out onto the sea, I watched your heart die in the sand. All alone with no one there to hold you tight and smooth your brow, between us spanned too much a distance. You on the shore, me on the bow. I heard you cry into the wind, I love him, God, please bring him home. My soul embraced yours one last time. You needed love, and so alone. You went down the path and then up the hill, and just before you reached the top, you turned and gave me one last wave, wiped your eyes, didn't stop. Within moments you disappeared, and soon the land was gone from sight. I watched the sun fall to the sea as fog rolled in ahead of night. I was cut off forever from yesterday. Thoughts beyond the hill there died with my past. No, 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 I'll never forget how much it hurt when forever love died at last.